All right, here we go. We're coming in through here. Lots of traffic. I would definitely be in orange stage. Oh, somebody cut you off. Don't know why they did that. Okay, this guy's just a terrible driver. Let's go back just a little bit. Okay, so this is kind of the situation we're in. Not very good line of sight. Remember, we're trying to plan our ride a little bit, position for safety. We have a decent space cushion. Line of sight's not the greatest. You can see through. Let's go and get my pen out. You can see through a little bit in between the truck and the white vehicle. See a little bit there. That's a decent line of sight. Not that big of a deal. We do have an escape path here. This is a decent space cushion here. Okay, we're in a good spot outside of this guy right here. Don't like that spot. Don't like being there. So we're kind of coming up to here. We got out of it. Cool. Now we're staggered. We're staggered. Whoa, somebody did this. Okay, there's no centerline stripe. This is definitely an area that is not, you know, good engineers, good civil engineers, and traffic control. And it seems like the guy decided to, with the F-150, run around the red vehicle without looking. Okay, jerk. A little bit of a jerk. Kind of handled it, not a big deal, but now put yourself in a better position for safety. Our line of sight is now taken away. We don't have good space cushions. Our escape routes are terrible. Roll off the throttle and move on. Okay, now we're coming in through here. Now, this is going to be a lane filtering, lane splitting hazard. What are some of the lane filtering, lane splitting hazards that we typically come across? It's going to be people swerving into us in open lanes. We don't have escape routes to left and right very well. And our line of sight's decent, but we don't have space cushions left and right. Let's see what happens here. There's the open spot. What do you think is going to happen? Okay, we moved into it, but we weren't paying attention, and now we crushed our hand. Hey, it's still upright. Oh, there's the hand.
Machuquei muito.
Yep. Weren't paying attention. Speeding. Whoa, did he move? We didn't blur that part. Ah, he's missing part of his bone. Or his finger is ripped off. That's his bone sticking out. He completely lost the last part of his finger. Yeah. It's probably stuck in there.
Eu me lasquei feio. Me lasquei feio. Que buceta!
So let's take a look at this. Oh, I forgot to say, everybody. Everything on the shop is 30% off. Black Friday sale. So for November, just November 2022, 30% off of anything on the store. And this is a glove holder, and we're talking quickly about gloves. This is a DDFM Crew glove holder. Check it out. But yeah, rescue packs, drills, all that stuff, 30% off. All right, so we are coming through here, riding around. This is right when he has his finger still. And we're accelerating 45. He's going to look right. Wasn't turning. He's 48. So he was accelerating while, you know, trying to turn and get around this. So his skill level isn't there yet. So when it comes to being a smart rider, we need to maintain our fundamental skills. But the big thing here is recognizing that we're in a hazardous situation. We needed to swerve. We needed to actually turn. We actually needed to do our stuff. I don't know why he was looking outside of the fact that everybody's on the shoulder. So maybe he's looking for somebody on the shoulder. Wasn't paying attention. This is the impact. This is the moment that he had a traumatic amputation to his left ring finger here. Rips off the whole top part. Very painful. He's not feeling it right now because adrenaline's pumping, but he will feel it soon. I don't know if they're going to be able to save it. I've actually seen that before, not in a motorcycle accident, but it was in a cooking accident. Somebody accidentally sliced off a finger. I was able to put that part of the finger in a plastic baggie, put that into another plastic baggie that had ice in that plastic baggie. I don't know if they were able to save anything, but that's how you handle it. So there's the impact. And that's how much of a force it is. It's just going to lock the bike in. He's leaking coolant everywhere. He's going to look down at his bike. He doesn't really notice, like, there's something wrong with my hand. The pain is now starting to really come in. He's looking at his bike like, what's the situation? How did this happen? Kind of like a disassociated, like your trauma response is disassociation real quick, derealization real quick. Like, I don't get it. What happened? And then all of a sudden the pain grounds you back in. The situation kind of grounds you back in once your body can actually think about it. And then he looks at his hand and it's a big blur. No, we're going to see it real quick because bikers forgot to blur one part of it. Hopefully he doesn't get his video demonetized. It is right here. So that is his bone sticking out. Kind of already talked about that. And so now it's like, oh crap, we're kind of screwed. Right now, you notice how there's no bleeding, and that's good. Typically at this part, it's just capillary bleeding, maybe a little bit of venous bleeding. So when they check your blood glucose, they poke your finger and you get maybe a little bit of blood coming out. If you're super calloused, you know, a lot of people that work with their hands, super calloused, you might not even get blood out. But sometimes, you know, you have to like actually squeeze it to get a couple drops, and it pretty much, you know, self-seals on its own. So that's what you have here. You just have a lot of capillaries, a little bit of vein, like venous, arterioles, just very small ones. And so it's not bleeding a lot. That's a good thing. If it started to bleed a lot, let's say you ripped open your hand right here and you're missing all of your fingers right here, and now it's just kind of coming out of your carpals, the metacarpals, you're going to have some blood. And that's where you have that tourniquet. That's where you have bleeding control supplies. And we have that on the store right now, 30% off, Black Friday. Might want to check it out. But yeah, he's got a traumatic amputation to his finger.
É, eu me lasquei feio.
Yeah.
Me machuquei muito, mano.
Pretty pissed about it. If you have gear, it might not solve that, because the gear is not there to like, there's no impact absorption on your motorcycle gloves on your fingers. You have abrasion resistance for that, so if it slides, you're fine for the most part. But it can do the same thing. It might not be as graphic as that. It might just crush it, which is a lot better. But you still might have to get it amputated with surgery.
If you want to support this channel, support the training that we're doing here, join up on the MTC Rider Academy and become a member, and you get a ton of different things. We get the basic training course, Smart Rider drills, the podcast early, Smart Rider tips, an archive of the crash reviews because they do get taken down and ad restricted on YouTube, and the MTC library, which you're going to be able to download the rescue booklet, the Smart Rider basic training book, and a bunch of other stuff. And it's only $4.99 the first month. So join up, help support the channel. But let's go ahead and get right back into it.
All right, let's take a look.
What the?
Oh, what do you think happened? What do you think happened?
What the is your problem?
So look at, this is the moment we're able to see the actual footage when it first starts. We switch into this lane. We're probably accelerating. We're going to make a turn here just like this person. They went out in front of them first. We slammed the front brake. Or rear brake, both. Yeah, we lost traction. We start to fall down. So this is one of those problems when you slam the brakes instead of doing progressive braking. You need to have that progressive braking in order to actually have that traction, so that when you're putting more weight and more weight on that, it doesn't slide, it sticks. Okay, so right here, you guys do this right now. Do this in wherever you're standing, or sitting. So put your hands on top of your other hand. Put your hand on top of your hand. Just kind of barely do it, and just slide it across. Just slide it across. Now, put some weight and try to slide it across. You see how it doesn't want to slide? So when we first apply the brakes, we're barely on the surface. Okay, so once we slam the brakes, it's like, but if we apply a little bit of brake pressure, a little bit of brake pressure, put a little bit more weight on that hand. So we're putting a little bit of brake pressure, a little bit of brake pressure, a little bit of brake pressure. Now we're going to put the rest of it, and it doesn't want to slide. That's what's happening with progressive braking. We are applying it, getting weight on that front tire, getting more and more weight, and then now applying the rest of it, and it's stuck. If we try to do it real quick, it's going to slide right out from underneath us. That's what's happening here. That's what's happening here.
What the?
That's what happened.